Hey YouTube family, it's me, you know, momof4boys, and as you can see, no more baby. Can you believe this? My boys took the screen off the sliding door. Boys. Well, I'm here on this sunny day. It's 10 in the morning and it's already in the upper 70s. They're saying we're going to get 100 plus degrees temperatures today in St. Louis. It's going to be hot, but I will be in my air conditioner. So as you see, no more baby, and of course I've been running around doing the mommy thing and wearing my protective styling, and I was thinking to myself, you know, I haven't made a video and I need something to post about. What am I going to write? Well, one of my YouTube family wrote me some questions and I thought it would be great to answer them because these are really good questions. So as you know, since I had the baby, I've been wearing my hair in these braids. Take the braids down. Because when you're running around with 4 boys, you do not have the time to get in the mirror and do your hair. It's basically, you have to go with it. And usually when I'm doing my hair, you know, I'll wash my hair with the conditioner in the braids like this, and then one by one, after I finish washing them, I'll take each braid down, then I'll rebraid it just in the same hairstyle. Well, with the new baby, I haven't even had time to do that. I've pretty much just been wearing my hair like this, washing it, and going. I mean, this is the best my hair has looked in a month. I mean, my hair, I haven't had time to take the braids down and rebraid it, so my hair was getting awfully fuzzy. So last night I finally had to take the time and take down my braids and give my hair some little TLC, and as you can see, my hair's happy. So, on to my questions. I'm just thinking to myself, my kids are going to come running out any minute. So we're going to make this kind of quick. Mr. Anthony Rizzo. I love that name. My middle son, I got 4, now he's my 3-year-old. I guess he's my first middle son now. But my son Rowan, we call him Rizzo. So I like that name, Rizzo. He says he has a couple questions, and I'm guessing this is a girl, but it's under this name, so, you know. It says, how short was your hair when you started to grow it out? Well, I wouldn't say that, let's see. I guess I would have to talk about my hair before I went natural. When I was in my teens, I remember, I guess I was about 16 years or so, I had my hair relaxed all the time. Of course, it was the thing to do. You go to the beautician, you spend hours there, get your hair done, and that's it. Well, I remember I was going on a band trip with for about a week to Florida, and I couldn't be dealing with my hair while we were out in the field, you know, marching, playing the drums, you know what I was doing. So I got braids in my hair, and my braids probably were about this long. I'm going to put up a picture so you see. It's the first and probably only time that I've worn my hair in braids, and the braids were about that long, and my hair was probably about 4 or 3 inches shorter than the braids. Before then, I never really paid attention to how long my hair was. I just remember a lot of people liked my hair because I guess it was longer. But I mean, long, thick, lots of it, nappy, that's all I heard. Long, lots of it. When you got it wet, it was this short. When you pressed it out, it was that long. That's all I heard. So after I wore these braids for a week, we were having prom, so I wanted to get the braids out, of course, because I wanted to wear my hair down for prom. Well, my mom told me to cut where I thought the braids ended in my hair, so I took the scissors and I started cutting the braids away and unbraiding them, and I realized my hair was, you know, kind of chopped. Then I started looking at the braids on the ground, and I picked the braids up and I unraveled them a little bit, and I realized that I had been cutting off my hair in the braids. So at that point, well, might as well continue to cut. When I got done taking the braids out, I think my hair was probably about that long. So that's probably what I remember my hair being, about this long for the longest. But I'm pretty sure before that my hair was longer. I just never paid attention to it. Well, of course, after high school, I started doing my hair. No more trips to the beautician because that was my mom taking care of my hair. Well, of course, I was into all the styles and fads, so I wanted to Well, of course I was into all of the styles and fads, so I was dyeing my hair, doing this, cutting it, whatever, you know, being a 19, 20-year-old. Well, I remember at one point, let's see, that went on for about 10 years, of course. At one point, right when I started to go natural, I had always thought about going natural, but I didn't know how to. I mean, where did you start? I mean, the only thing I knew how to do was put the relaxer in my hair, so I kept going with that. Well, of course, because I didn't know what I was doing with the relaxer, I was basically just reading some directions and going with it. My hair, of course, was getting more damaged. It was getting shorter. I mean, I was using more heat, not moisturizing. It was kind of a mess. Well, eventually, I overdid my hair with the relaxer, as you see in my video that I post about my hair journey photos, and it started to fall out. And I think at one point this part of my hair was the shortest. I remember pulling up pieces of hair and looking in the mirror. I wish I had taken more photos, but I didn't. I looked, and I think this part of my hair couldn't have been longer than that. I mean, all this was gone. This was longer, this was longer, but my hair was just fried everywhere. So at that point, I just decided, I'm done. I'm not going to do this anymore. I didn't want to do the big chop because, I mean, my hair was already about that long or so. So, I mean, that's the shortest I ever had my hair in life. So I didn't want to cut it off all the way because, I mean, I wanted something to work with. So I just kind of trimmed my hair up as it grew out. So I think finally when I got my hair all the same length, because that's what I was working on, is just evening the length out, I want to say my hair was about this long. You can see in one of my videos where my hair is somewhere about that long. And at that point, when I realized that I only had about that much or that much relaxed ends and my natural hair was growing out more, I just went ahead and cut away all the relaxed ends, and that was the beginning of my being natural all the way. I think that kind of leads into the second question. How long did it take to get this length? Let's see. This length right here, I've been, I don't know if you call this being natural the whole way or the time since I had my last relaxer, but this hair has been 2.5 years. I got my last relaxer, I think that was in November of 2009, and so right now is a little past the 2.5 year mark. Let's see. Third question. During the time, did you go through spells where you hated your hair? No. No, I never hated my hair. My hair, it's mine. So, I mean, how can I hate something that belongs to me? Of course, my hair is different, but, I mean, everyone's hair is different. No two hairs are the same. I would say there were times where I had moments of weakness where I thought to myself, man, can I just get there? I just want to get there. I want to see what my hair looks like grown out. Can't we just get to that length already? So, you know, I want to say that I never hated my hair, but I just wanted to have it to what I was, the length that I was used to my whole life. When you're going about your journey, never hate your hair. You always get to that moment where you might think to myself, man, this would just be easier if I toss that creamy crack in my hair and be done with it. But when you think about it, the steps to get you to go natural, it took me a year of just thinking about it till I finally decided to go natural. And it takes even longer when you finally make that first step. You're going to be in a period where you're thinking, man, nothing's happening. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying all this stuff, and I don't know what's working. But eventually you'll get to a point where you're just like, okay, yeah, this works. You know, write this down. This ingredient, my hair likes this. You know, you might have setbacks where you're like, oh, this sucks. I'm going to put it in my hair. But think about it. That moment when you have that setback, that's only a moment. And if you don't act on it, I mean, you'll go out there, you'll put that in your hair, and then you'll wake up the next day and you'll be like, oh, that was a mistake. But if you have that moment where you're just like, oh, this sucks, I'm just going to get a relaxer and be done with it, just sleep on it. Just, you know, just take a deep breath. Relax. Go look at some videos. That's what I did. I went and looked at videos. I mean, I looked at other people that were probably at that moment where they were just like, this ain't working. I'm doing more harm than good. And just think about it. Because if you just give your time to relax and not think about that, oh, this isn't working, the moment passes just like that. And like with me, you know, I would have those moments, and then, you know, I would put my hair in braids because, of course, that's all I know how to do. I didn't know anything about my hair. I'd been going to the beautician my whole life, and she'd been doing my hair, and they were burning my hair out worse than I could. I mean, you know, when you go to the beautician and they burn your hair and you got them little sensitive, like, scabs in your hair, they were burning my hair more than me. So I thought to myself, what I'm doing with my hair just in braids could not be any worse than going and having someone else that I hardly know burn my hair out. At least with my hair in these braids, it's growing. So I would put my hair in the braids and wear those protective stylings, and in 2 months I would take my hair down, and my little fro that was like this would be like this, like an inch or two bigger. And then I thought to myself, yeah, look at it. And then, you know, I'd put my braids back in, do my cold washes, and then 2 months later, my fro would be like this. And then I'd be like, and then before I know it, you know, 6, 8 months passed, and I got a little bit of hang time. And I'm just like, yeah, you know, forget that. There's no way I'm putting those relaxers back in my hair, because I'm getting to the point where this is thicker and longer than it ever was before. So, of course, you know, you have those little moments where you're thinking to yourself, man, this sucks. I'm just going to, you know, put this relaxer back in my hair. But think about it. When we started this journey, I mean, it took a long time for you to make that first step to get to where you just wanted to start being natural. And once you did it, that was like just getting to the edge of the cliff and just jumping off and being like, oh, and no, you're like, oh, you know, you'll get to those moments where you'll decide that going natural is the best thing that you ever did. Especially, you know, I like to be chemical free. You know, when you think about putting chemicals in your hair, what you put in your body, I mean, the less chemicals, the better. Let's see. Oh, well, I guess that kind of answered number 4, how did I deal with it? Basically, how I dealt with it was just taking a breath, reading videos, just relaxing, not making any decisions, just being like, oh, this sucks, I'm making a decision, I'm going back, relaxing. No, relax. Get to know your hair. You're building a new relationship with your hair. So it's like when you meet someone for the first time, you're getting to meet your hair. You're getting to know your hair. So you have to build a new relationship with your hair and get to know it. Let's see. Is that everything? Oh, another thing, how did I get to this length? And thinking about how little pieces from the tree falling down. Got these big old trees in my backyard. But how did I get to this link? One thing I wanted to add is, about the chemicals and, getting your hair to grow out is using vitamins and things like that. What you put in your body, going natural. I think a thing that helped me to get to this length, and this also goes with tips. What tips would I have to get your hair to grow? Kind of look at what you're putting into yourself as well. I just had a baby and I breastfeed my baby, so I look at what am I feeding myself that I want to go to my baby. And candy bars, smoking, drugs, if people do that, you wouldn't want to just hand that to your baby. So I don't smoke, I don't drink, I try and get as much sleep as possible if you can with 4boys. And I kind of started my diet. I try to eat healthy as I can, not saying that I don't overeat unhealthy food and gain weight, but I try to eat more fish, not use all the salt, maybe cook with a little bit of butter, for flavoring. But I try to keep things as simple as possible. I take a prenatal vitamin every day. I've been doing that probably since before I had my first. I drink lots of water. You can't see it, but I have my, what's that, 1,000 milliliter sip cup over there. When I get up every morning, I fill that up with water and I just drink it down. And then all day, I'll sip on that all day, So water, what you're putting into your body is what is growing out of your head. So, it's amazing how many people will think about, oh, well, I got to get my hair to grow. Then they'll do all this stuff for their hair, but they're not taking into account what they're putting in their body. And once you start on one road, it's kind of like a ripple effect. You want your hair to be better, so you start doing stuff for your hair. Well, then you start eating things that get your hair to be better. Is that a bee? I hate bees. So you start eating better, and then you start, oils and stuff. You put natural oils on your skin to get your skin to look better, and it's just kind of a ripple effect. You want to be healthier, which in turns I want my kids to be healthier. I try to exercise as much as you can, take walks with kids, that's my exercise, and it's just kind of a ripple effect. One thing will lead to another, and eventually your whole life will be different. Let's see. I think that is all the questions that I have for now. Sorry if I mumbled. I'm just thinking in the back of my mind that any minute my kids are gonna on out here and the day is going to begin. So I hope you enjoyed my answers, and if there's anything you want to know, of course, if you have any questions or comments, post those below. I'm always happy to help. And give me a thumbs up if you like. And as always, subscribe. As for always, as for now, here we go, here we go. My boys are going to be out here and the chaos is going to ensue. Please check back later and I will be doing my link check. Because like I said, I wear these braids all the time, so I'll be surprised to see where my hair is. But as for now, this is momof4boys getting ready to do what I do best. Talk to you later, YouTube family. Bye!